I believe 2026 is the death of the entry-level position. Let me tell you why. This weekend, I had a dilemma. For the first time, I actually considered if AI could take a full role. I had made a decision on someone that I was going to hire. We needed this person inside of the team, and I was ready. We had made space for it. We had the budget. We truly believe that's the next step we needed as a business to grow. And I sat down and started thinking of how much it would actually cost us on not just money, but stress, training, and I wondered if AI could do it. And the way I thought about it and the reason I did it, I was just thinking, I'm gonna be like so cash constrained that's gonna take so much of my ability to take risk. Is it the position that we need? Yes, but is it better to allocate those resources somewhere else? And as I was going through this thought process, my mind just stopped and it's like, is this something AI can do? And that's what we're gonna discuss today. We help businesses maximize efficiency and growth by using AI. So let's dive into this one. In 2024, we had the chatbot. 2025, we had automation. 2026 is clear that is the year of the agent. And this weekend, for the first time, I understood that I can give a full company role to AI. And this is gonna be a video that is gonna be full of actionable steps and questions that you can start thinking through as you grow your business. And if you are someone coming out of college or applying for a new job, what skills are you actually going to need to get ahead? So this is for businesses, but also you're gonna understand what a business is looking for if you're jumping into a new career, into a new area, or trying to be the best inside of an industry. So let's start for the business owners. 3 questions that you're gonna have to start asking every time, not just with new hires, but also with staff. Question number 1 is the person in the top 20% of what they do? Are they an elite player? Yes or no? And where do they sit in that graph? So it's not like, are they good or are they bad? But like actually going and it's like, is this a person that is above an 8? Either the person that you're hiring or the person that you have on your team. That's gonna be the first qualifier. Okay, let's just say in my case, this person was a 6. It was an entry-level role, and yes, they were qualified, but they were not close to an 8, not close to a 10. And the one that I believe it's gonna be the most important is this person disciplined? Is this person coachable? And is this person hardworking? And having the ability to rank them. So same is not gonna be like, are they yes or no? It's gonna be like how coachable, how hardworking, how disciplined, right? And being able to rank that because careers and skills are gonna have to continue to change. So if they are not willing to adapt, if they're not willing to put the time, you need to know in advance because of how fast things are changing. You need someone that is able to change with those, that is coachable, that is disciplined, and that will figure it out. And the last one, and the one that made me not hire this person, is question number 3. That is, if I can get 80% of the output at 10% of the cost, would I do it? All of these questions are actually something that you need to analyze. It's not just for you to glance over them because so now what matters? When work's unlimited, what actually matters? Your offer and your strategy are gonna be really high up there. The approach that you have towards problems Are you gonna think of AI? Are you gonna think of automation? Are you gonna think of a hire? What are you gonna do to get ahead? That's gonna put us on the way that you execute. How fast can you move? In the past, having a big headcount was a brag. Now, you need to do the same and maximize your team and be able to move fast. And finding the gap in the market. Sitting down and truly sitting down and finding the gap in your market. If ChatGPT, if Claude, if Gemini are able to give you what the gap is in 2 seconds, then your competitors also know. So you need to truly find what is the thing that is gonna allow you to get ahead. It's quick and it's gonna be obvious, but it's gonna be proof over certificates. There's a lot of people that I interviewed that they tell me how many certifications they have to do a job, but they don't have proof. They have never done it. They just know it in theory. And there's a really quick example. I talked with this person. I took an ads course and I talked with this person that had spent $100 million in ads. Okay? Who do you think, he has never taken a course. Who do you think knows more about ads? Me or that person? That's super drastic, but that's this exact same situation. Like, how can I prove to this company? How can I prove to the business owner? How can I prove to the people that is about to hire me that I'm gonna help their business? Because that's what they care about. That's what I care about. That is my question. You can have 500 million certificates. If you cannot do the job, you're not gonna get the job. Number 2 is gonna be attitude, preparation, and drive. Like, who are you? Are you someone that is gonna be coachable, as I mentioned before? Are you gonna come with a good attitude and understand that in an AI world, your career is gonna continue to change? Your preparation. There's so many people that I jump on meetings with that I am looking for talent and they haven't prepared. They have no idea what the company does. They don't know what role they would take. They don't understand how they can help the business. And if they didn't prepare for a meeting, for them to get a gig, what is gonna be my expectation on anything else? So just as if you were selling something, you need to understand what skills you have that can help that business owner. And taking the time to prepare for that meeting is gonna be key. And it goes a huge way. If you don't know how you're gonna help me as a business owner, like it's gonna be really tough to get an opportunity. Able to share specifically how you're gonna provide value to that company. And drive. I have worked with several businesses and all of them are moving fast. At least the ones that are growing, they're moving fast and they put a lot of effort and it feels like a team. It feels like a well-oiled machine. And being a self-starter has always been an advantage that show. But finding ways to show that you care, how hard you're working and the hunger that you have to help that company succeed, that at the end that means that you succeed, is extremely important. And last but not least is what I told you before. If you continue seeing companies as a stepping stone, you are never able to move up. And if you're able to dedicate yourself and help them grow and provide value, opportunities will come. But if from the start you're already looking for the next big opportunity and for the way out, it's easy for people to spot that. And as someone that is entering, your main focus should be to provide value, to learn, and to then open the doors for the next opportunity. If that opportunity is in that company, that would be amazing. But you losing focus will just have you bouncing in between companies, never been able to be dominating one industry, and it will keep you stuck. It would keep your salary stuck. And I want for you to avoid that. If someone tells me that in 3 years they don't plan to be with me, I will not hire them. And that's absolute minimum. Probably 5, to be honest. So that's why the question for the goals is so important. And talking about goals, that is gonna take us to our next section. And 2 weeks ago, I had the EOS meeting. We work with EOS, amazing implementer, Bobby, you're awesome. And I was looking at the org chart and how we plan to finish the year and the roles. And this is just 2 weeks ago, okay? And I'll put the chart on the screen. But I had about 13, 14 roles that we were ready to hire. And truly, I feel like this weekend, it was just like me sitting down and being like, okay, how much of this do I actually need? Like, what do we need to achieve that goal? Is the goal people? Am I just trying to solve a lack of systems, a lack of automation, a lack of agents by hiring? Or is this an actual role that I need? From all the people that we have here, I started thinking and I made comparisons. And I'm like, okay, in these roles, let's put them against each other. AI against the person, okay? If you like this video, like this video. So after looking at the chart and what I was ready to hire, I'm like, okay, I think I need to analyze that chart again. And then I started looking at 5 things, starting with money, quality, time, reporting, and this is the reason that why I believe the top 20% is the people that are gonna continue winning, and it's probably gonna continue moving to the top until like then it's gonna be the 15%, the 10%, the 5%, and then the top 1% are gonna be the only ones that are gonna have amazing roles and either business owners, entrepreneurs, or like actual people and teams. But I believe that right now we're at a point that the top 20% is the only people that you're gonna hire. If you're thinking of hiring a marketer that is gonna cost you $200,000 and they're like the most amazing person, you know that they're vetted, they have done it in the past, they are gonna be better than AI. But something that is extremely important to understand, and when we're talking about quality, is that now everyone starts at 50%. So I'm not a great copywriter. I'm learning how to write, but guess what? I don't start from zero now. Like I start from AI plus research, and then I make my agents be better. So without me even being a decent copywriter, now I'm able to start where an intern would start at year 2. So when you think of quality, you need to be like, okay, let's put someone that is brand new or new to the job or new to the industry against AI. So if they're not in the top 20%, AI is gonna be better. It's gonna be time. And it's like, how much is the human able to work? Like people have to rest and people have schedules and they're gonna have issues and they're gonna get sick and they're gonna drive and they're gonna have car trouble. And that's extremely understandable. But then you do have to weigh that. Like as a business owner, you need to weigh that compared to an AI that is always working, that the only limitation is gonna be credits, and that it works 24/7. Like it doesn't take breaks, doesn't have to go to the restroom, it doesn't start at 7, start at 8 or 9, and then leave at 5 or 6. It can continuously work on the task and get better. Number 3 is gonna be reporting, and we have a couple of people that are working remotely for us, and we need like the beginning of the day reporting, end of day reporting, and on the task and the things that they're working on. And sometimes they forget or they didn't look at the calendar because we might have a meeting or something happened and we're not able to communicate with them for whatever reason for an hour, or they're during lunch, we needed to jump on a call or we needed to fix something, right? And you're never gonna have that issue with AI. And I am telling you, and these people are amazing at what they do, they're at the top of what they do, and that's easier to tolerate and it's easier to understand, right? Like you you know that they're amazing at their job and they might have been miscommunication. But with AI, like, you don't even have to worry about that. They communicate clearly, they know when they have to do it, they're not gonna forget things. So reporting is a big one. Output. As I have mentioned, if you're someone that is like the most amazing person at your job, this does not apply to you. Or if you are someone that is, what I need is the next COO of a Fortune 500 company, this does not apply to you. Go and find that person, okay? But if you're someone that is like, I don't know if I should spend this $120,000 here, or if I should use AI to maximize my team and be more efficient, like, this one's for you, okay? If the hire is less than $150,000, let's just say if it's under $100,000, you should consider this process, because top talent will continue to move up, and the gap in between, like, people that are just sitting at their computer and that they're just seat warmers compared to like the people that are gonna be at the top, their salaries, you're also gonna see a big discrepancy on them. And I'll explain how you're gonna make the most, because even though you're gonna be paying a premium for the top people, it's gonna be better. So on the output, it's not just more output, but it's better output. So whenever I put it next to each other, that it's like, okay, quality, AI, time, AI, reporting, AI, output, AI. When it won on everything, I'm like, okay, this sucks, right? Because I am not going to spend $200,000 on the next hire, right? And anything under that is not gonna give me the person that I need to truly transform the business. So it's like, how can we be good stewards and allocate our money and our resources the best way possible? And one that I actually decided it is like, can I get this done with 10% of the cost? And when the answer was yes, when I understood that I could do the same with AI, then I decided to go with AI. Okay, I'm gonna hire for the head of the departments, and the junior roles are gonna be AI. So now I'm able to pay a premium to have an amazing marketer, an amazing head of product, amazing closers. Instead of having 3 B players, I'm able to pay a premium for the A player and then give that A player agent. So let's talk about the top 5, okay? The 5 moves that we're gonna make. Number 1 is gonna be automate all of our work. If it can be automated, you shouldn't be doing it. Number 2, we're gonna find the gaps. Every deficiency is gonna be solved by AI or a person plus AI. Number 3, and you need to follow for this video, because we are gonna have to stop thinking people and start thinking workflows. And that's gonna be the next video that I'm putting out. It's like, how can we start thinking, instead of I need to hire a person, looking at what is this person going to do and what workflow can I create so that this happens without me having to increase my overhead and expand my team. So follow for that. Number 4, use the AI that you already have. If you have Microsoft, use Copilot. If you're in Google, use Gemini. Obviously, there's stronger options and options that are gonna give you an advantage. But if your team is not even using the ones that they're already embedded on their system, if your team runs on Google and they are not using Gemini, the fact that they do not understand how powerful Gemini is and the tool that they have, it's on you as a business owner not letting them know what they need to get ahead, and that's keeping you stuck. So it's not just like, let's go for the flashiest new tool, but there's probably some tools that you're already paying for. If you're not, get a Claude subscription, ChatGPT, like, that's okay. But most businesses, most people run on either Microsoft or on Google, and you can start with that. I love Gemini, by the way. And finding ways for your talent to disconnect from the tedious task. Like, I don't want my talent to be having to do repetitive stuff. Like, what can I do so that they don't have to do repetitive stuff? We're gonna automate that process and use their brain for what I hired them for, so that they can be excellent at that. I hate to admit it, but it is the death of entry-level people. If you like this type of content, we talk about AI inside of business. Follow for more. And there's gonna be a video around here that is gonna talk about AI. And I'll see you on the next one. Go and take the world by storm.
Seeing how my own hiring had started to shift.
For sure.
And I started to notice that we were thinking about AI proficiency in our hiring a lot more. And that especially, I think the guys at Anthropic, which is one of the big AI companies, said that they could see, I think they said roughly 15% of entry-level jobs could now be done by AI. I think that's what they said. And that started to correlate with what I was observing